Waiting for this to start. See how this works compared to the gaming. We're gonna do something different. I'm bored. See if this is working. Okay, so welcome guys to my live stream. Today we're gonna do a little bit different. You're going to witness me. How do I make these cover photos, and how do I do my creative process when it comes to cover photos. And this session may not be long, maybe like 20 minutes, 24 minutes, in and out of me checking the game and the guildmate in the guild. So I figured to show you how I start to come up with ideas for the cover photos for the live stream, or just simply for the some of the other videos that are missing covers. So normally I start to think about what the video is about. How do I get it to where I needed to get it to? So the game, I always go back to the game and I screenshot my my standstills of my characters or my ults, and then I prompt them to collecting like how do I say it? It's so much. My brain is always thinking ahead. My brain is like doing multiple things at once, so it's thinking like, okay, so you need to put like an arrow, or you need to put the little items on each side, so you can like represent like one that this side of the, like right here, this side is the part number 1 of the video, and then number 2 of the video would be a Kel. So I always go for the smallest, the complication between it. This is by, let me see the size of this thing. This is 19 by 20, 1080 of the image size. Always use like maybe like a transparent color so that you can see the lettering here, and then the other section if you want here. This is what I typically try to do, something like can see through it. Maybe like a dark type of hue, like a little bit dark blue. I mean, not dark. This is like a darker green, like an oak green. Let's see, it's coming from this right here. So typically I go on a roundabout of editing, of layers, and I sometimes get a little bit carried away that I need to make I need to make PSD files for all of these. So like I get organized, start to get organized. Like, so for example, this one, I put like a little slide here so that it shows, this is like a style of, this is like a basically like a style type of template that I came up with. It's one of those when you press labels, see, this is where I'm writing, preparing it, and I published it already, but it's missing a photo layout. And no, I'm not using auto-generated. I also prepare, I see, I was doing Latia last night, so I have a almost preparation for Latia. So if you want, I can do the Latia one, because it's probably easier, because she's missing like a cover photo, because she's gonna be updated very soon. So let me see, let me go back to the game. We're gonna go who applied. Okay, so this one, let me go quickly. Who has the admin position? Oh, this one does. Every time I get a new member, just so you guys get a heads up in case you wonder how do I like really handle my guild from all the videos that I've been posting. I give you a warm welcome. I give you what's to be expected from you from the guild. Usually 2 to 3 weeks period. Spam to see if you are meant to be in the guild and if you might need time to get to the guild, or get to know the guild. And then I tell you that I'm gonna be occupied for a couple minutes because I'm doing something currently, so this is when you'll notice. Welcome to the guild of the Vibrant Home. You'll be given you'll be tested on team effort. That's always good. Team effort, participation, and gear. And gear implanted to your character. Your character, I am currently live streaming for editing. Haha. Welcome to you'll be tested on and you're implanted here currently. I am currently for 2 to 3 weeks of being monitored. Do your best to show us. Typically I don't really say what I say. For being monitored, do your best. This is a open-minded community. You are welcome to always ask questions or concerns. If you have Discord, you can also join our Discord server. Yes, it is Ren. My live stream channel is Spared Ren. I've started making more content for this game because I truly believe it deserves it. How long is the period? If you don't notify us within 20 days or more, since you're notifying us, we will extend it. I won't remove it. Please enjoy your vacation. I'll forward this to my admin. Okay, so I got disrupted. Okay. I'm going to finish what he's saying. He said April. So that means, wait, let me screenshot this. What day of April? Right on the first week. This is how I calculate. I'm like, okay. Gotta mark these things. Okay, so what am I doing? Oh, we're gonna get Latia. You responded, so yeah. Okay, got it. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm doing a live editing session of how I do cover photos for my videos. Then I'll be available in helping your runs with you in Pharma. Okay, so we're gonna go to Latia. We're gonna go to the wardrobe. And we're going to see how I take pictures and how we can, how do I take a picture, basically. So typically when I'm thinking is, I want this off. I don't want her face entirely covered, but it's covered. So what to do? So she needs to look, her face needs to be the center of the cover background for her face, because it doesn't look good if she's wearing something on top of it. So let's see. Let me go back, see what we can take out. Maybe I need to clone an outfit so that she's at least wearing like earrings, something, because she's wearing that helmet. I mean, you would think it's something unique, but I really want her without the helmet. I don't want this unless I remove this. So remove that. So then we do this. And just like that, she's perfect. All right. So it looks like the weapon is a little rusted. I don't want it rusted. We're gonna repair it. I'm gonna take out the chat. Okay, so repair. Okay, so it's not as rusted, but still I need her to look presentable. So we're gonna go here. So normally some of the poses, they're, what's it called? They're too plain. So I need her full. However, she has the weapon, so the weapon may not be able to fit in the entire photo. However, if she's moving in a particular way, see how this is super tall? Like this can barely fit in the photo. Like this is a huge weapon. So let's see. Let's try some. Yes. That's a That's just basically her action. Just dancing. No, I need something that's saluted. A salute. We could do that. We could do that. We could just because the weapon is on the ground. Because you want to also show the weapon as well, if there's room for the weapon. So let's do this again. Let's do this again. Let's do the weapon again. Come on, do the weapon again. No, let's do this again. Do a little shots. Yeah. So then you go here. Go to file. We go to the screenshot section, and we pick in between which one would fit the best. So let's see, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I think I prefer the one with the weapon. A little bit of a face. Let's see how this one looks. So she looks dynamically, she's showing her face. This is something definitely that's going to attract the audience because her weapon is the main show. Now, how do I get her into the other photo? Well, my biggest tool is basically always will be the pen tool, because the pen tool allows me to select it. So we're gonna start doing it the way I do it. So sometimes I will do it from here and from here, and just do this, do this, do this, do this. It's like a little journey. You wanna try to get all of the detail alignment, because if you don't, it might look a little off-putting onto when you paste it, because she has a little fabric right here. This is coming out of it. So we're gonna do this. Always make sure that what you're trying to highlight, you're trying to grab, also grabbing the fabric and not the outside, because that actually gets attached to it. I can't see with all that pixelated, so typically I don't want to show how I do it on Photoshop, but I have many ways. This is not one of my ways, but this is one of the professional ways. I got so used to this tool that it makes it easier for me to literally make a selection, because I'll show you how it's done with a selection tool. It gives you the selection. So say we're going to do this. Okay, so we're going to do this. Okay, see how that might be troublesome? I did not notice that before, so that means I gotta go back. I need to go back and make sure that when she does it again, because this is in the way, stepping in the way. Oh my god, oh, this won't go away. I'm gonna do this again. Okay, see? It's pointing upwards. So I need to probably bring her a little down. Okay, so I can also do this. But if I do that, it's not gonna give me the option to... Okay, about you go over here. Okay. Let's see if we can get a better shot. So I always have to go back and make sure that that portion of the photo is there. So we're gonna drag her down a little bit. Drag her down a little bit. And then do it again. It's a little town. I need to get the whole thing. Okay, so we do it again. We're gonna do it again until we get it right. My god. I hate when like it just gets in the way. Come on. Come on. Do it again. Do it again. We're gonna take again. 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 Okay. So we get treble shots of that animation. So now we get rid of this one. So this one is incomplete. Okay. Down. Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Yes, this one. This one's perfect. This one's perfect. Okay, that has the complete weapon. Okay, that's gonna set a spotlight. Okay, so we're gonna go again. So she's wearing what looks to be purple, but the reason I made it blue is because her attacks are kind of bluish. Go back just to make sure. So I always go in and out, always go back in and out, because that's how my creative process is working. Because then I don't want to just throw a bunch of colors and say, oh, this is gonna work completely. No, that's not how it works. At least not for me, at least, because it's not some. Oh my god, my phone. My phone. I like when your phone just decides to. See, if we go to. See, her attacks are kind of blue. Purple. There's like blue, kind of purple, kind of reddish. But mostly her attacks are kind of bluish. So I guess we can do like a little mix of between purple and blue. It's just not a problem whatsoever, because either way she's gonna stand out regardless. Why is this phone is just weird? Okay. Alright, we're going to just study. She's wearing yeah, some gold. She's wearing some, oops, a little bit of blue with gold, so that means we're gonna have to adjust some of the editing. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do this right. So we're definitely gonna fix. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix the background, because it has to make sense. It has to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's gonna look terrible. Like it may look decent for someone that isn't experienced with colors in general, but it needs to attract. It needs to be appealing to the eye when they look up the character. Because if it's not, it's not gonna fall right. So in order for her to make sense, you have to consider the options. So in this case, she's wearing dark navy palette with a little bit of purple and some light hues, which is gold, at least a semi blade of gold, which is giving her that shine. It's just basically, you know, part of her armor, part of her design. So that's where we're trying to aim at. And there's always a child screaming outside of the apartment, unfortunately. Okay, so this might look like it's too much, but I promise you it's worth it. Because I'm being careful with it, because if I zoom in too much, it's gonna just it'd be too much. But this is how usually you do it really quickly. You just make like a little path across it, and then you from the middle you use control, and then you right click on it. See, so this it just depends on the lining of the design, because this is like a straight line. So it makes it easier. So you stop where it's not a straight line. So you go and drag it up, make that curve, and then you just be intricately accurate. You don't want to like not do that. because if you avoid it, it won't get anywhere. So see, this weapon is super intricate, so I gotta really penetrate those edges. See, there's a little bit there, there's a little bit of there. There's sharp, there's edges, so I gotta be careful. I can still fix it regardless, but my own mental state is like, no, fix it, it looks terrible. I'm getting to it. Peer pressure my own thoughts. So that glow right there, it's just a glow. It's just part of that weapon. But the main thing is the solid. You need to get to the solid. And not focus so much on the bright, because at the end of the day, you need to get the edge that's part of the weapon. It's okay if it's down like this. The point is that it gives off that intricate, mysteriousness, like what kind of weapon does she have? And so when they click on the video, they're gonna be like, oh, that's why. So there's different styles of this, different lances is what it's called. So these are just one of the signature ones. So you see, sometimes there's a little edge right there. Little edge right there that's kind of right next to this object. So either way, you just have to be careful. And just do this. See? If you try to touch that, it's gonna create like a little obstacle, and it's not worth the patience on it. So we're gonna, this is the glow that's white, and this is the actual thing. So it's there. So see that there's like a little lining right there? It feels complete when you drag it down. So then this is basically me in my in my what's it called, in my zone. I don't really talk, I just do it. But in this case, I'm doing like a live editing session, so I might as well like talk of what I'm thinking, I guess. I know some people do that. I just, I don't think about it. I just go with it. But I try to really be careful. Because if I'm not careful, I mess up. It's not like I'm trying to make this all perfect, but this is how my process works. This is how I truly become zoned out, work on this like a madman, and I make sure that it's exactly where I wanted it to be. Okay, so pen 2 is very useful for a lot of a lot of drawing, a lot of illustrations. It gives vector lines an easier time rather than the paintbrush, like contours and like lines, things like that. Okay, so I reached this part. Yes, there's an opening here. So with the pen tool, what I really like about it is it lets me have a selection. You click new selection, you press OK, and it does that. But you see, there's missing selections that I have not made. This is why I don't know why what I don't understand is that why is this the navigator not on my screen? Like, you must be insane not to have that with you. I don't understand that. But anyways, we're gonna zoom in. We're gonna get some of these pieces back in here. We're gonna click selection. We're gonna add to selection. Add to selection, and then we're gonna make sure at least a partial of this pixelated stuff that got, not highlighted in rapidly to back inside. That way she doesn't look. She's missing a pair of skin. Yeah, add to selection. Okay, so some of this is not necessary, but we need to start removing this outside piece from her. Okay, so we're gonna highlight this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make sure it's just evenly edged out, and we're gonna select subtract. and then we keep going until it's her and the weapon only, not the outside or the inside background. Okay, so would have done it with AI, but I honestly like my own efforts because I know exactly what I'm doing. I like doing it because I've always done this by myself. I've done this for other types of work, and I find it faster for me. Even if it might take like maybe an hour or two, I don't really. As long as I know that I'm getting it done. Because once you're in that creative zone, you can't stop. You're just like, nah, I want to keep going. I want to make sure this is perfect. When you have that type of mentality, you're like, nope, no one can stop me. Only I can stop me. Okay, so we put subtract again. So it managed to take out a partial. Well, not all the way, not 100%. So we're gonna add what's missing, because even though it doesn't seem like it doesn't matter, when you add and paste it, it will still feel like it's missing a partial of that piece just to look presentable. So you're gonna add it. Okay, so see how that one part got kind of eaten out. So we're gonna add this. Doesn't matter what direction, as long as it, it's gonna select it anyway. So we're gonna do this. Add selection. Let's make sure there's nothing in the way. Nothing in the way, nothing in the way, nothing in the way. Okay, that looks a little bit annoying. We're going to slightly get rid of that. We're gonna slightly, there you go. Seeing something here that I'm not liking. Okay, so see, this is, I know that's part of the weapon, but maybe just a tiny bit of it. Just a tiny bit of it. Come on. Oh, see, that's why you don't click on it. So then you subtract. Okay, so that bothers me. That needs to stay inside. Okay. It doesn't look like it's a big deal. I know. Let's make sure. Yes. Okay, so that right there. Right there, right there, right there, right there. Right there. Okay. Control to drag it, if you're wondering. Right there. See, that little edge. Without that little edge, that weapon is not looking fantastic. It's gonna look like it's been gnawed out. This is how you usually make renders. Render those photos. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna add a selection. See what happens when you try to rush and then you miss out a couple of them. Okay, so that little edge. See, there are mistakes here. Holy shit. This is why you try to take your time. Because then after we highlight it, you're gonna see. You're gonna see what I mean. Okay. I'm gonna grab that tiny little. Okay. I think that should be enough. For now, at least. Alright, and then we copy. And we paste it here. Okay, we're gonna make sense. We're definitely gonna make a sense. Okay, so we could move her over here. Or maybe we could put her right here. No. Jesus. She is quite... You know what? I know how to fix this. Her size doesn't need to be that big. Because her weapon is that giant. Okay. I got a bunch of layers here. We're going to... No. You know, it could work, actually. No, forget it. We need to change this. Okay, so this can be over here. Actually, no, I don't. I know I can fix this. I know I can. Let's see. We're going to, let's see, we're gonna darken this a little bit. Okay, so I might have not taken out someone from there. Okay, so these are all. Who is this? That's, oh, that's, who's that? That is, that's, who is it? That's, Bridget. Could have sworn I took her out of there. Where is her? So she is probably somewhere in here. Is that her? Yeah, no, that's Latia. I need to label these. No, that's not. Okay, so that's not her. Bad on me not having to label my own stuff. Because you see, she's definitely in the way of that transparency. No, she's somewhere in here. Oh, that's Latia. Okay, where is she coming from? Why is she even... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to turn this all off. Yeah, we can just turn that all off. What is this? I know I made like a group of this, but for some reason she's still appearing. Why is this? I'm terrible at editing. Of all days, for like one little tiny, she's like somewhere in the back. There it is. I'm just gonna put Bridget. Okay, turn that off. So we're gonna either play around with the current layer or let's play with that color she currently has. So that's a darker hue. We're gonna play with that. Ooh, see how that color is? That's so pretty. So she has a bit of gold around there. Let me see what kind of gold. This is only because of the lighting, so that's not really gold. That's a little bit of a peach, but it still gives a nice plate armor type of color. So let's see. We can do this many ways. We can keep the blue here, which still highlights her as overall, and just basically change the gradient level here. So let's say, because I like the purple so far. The purple really nice. It's a really nice color. So whenever you're trying to make like a stylized or gradient type of color, you go here and you play around with this. So we're gonna play around with a little bit of gold. You want to have the bright color versus the darker color. So if you're gonna work with a brighter, warm color, that's what usually they're called. Might have made a mistake in the past of saying the wrong thing. You want to make it match up to her. To her. She's wearing lighter colors and she's wearing like really dark hues. So you want to try to match up to her basically. So this is where I would be working with two types of colors. But she's wearing a multifaceted color sets of palette. So this will actually make her look even more stand out than some of the other classes, which is, you know, I wouldn't say I'm doing it on purpose. I'm just doing it because it's coming out to that point, you know. So I'm playing around with the palettes because, you know, not a lot of these colors are like super recognized for their ambiguity. So let's say this is like, it's a very bronze type of color. So let's see. We are gonna change the text. Don't you worry about that. We're gonna change the text. Let's go for a lighter color. We're gonna. This looks like a really nice type of palette for like riches and wealth and everything. But for her placement, we're gonna play around with some purple, dark purple, maybe some dark blues because she is wearing kind of like a dark blue type of the navy blue. And tape it down. So then this will be the center line, or rather, if you want it right on the text, that's fine too. Whichever way you want it. This is how I would want it, but I'm gonna be really careful with the gradient. You don't want it too much, but you want it right in the faded guideline. So then, if you want to save it for later. See how much I made? So there we go. And so we're gonna do the same thing. We can do the same thing for this one. We can do the same highlight. See how that looks. Let's see how really that looks actually. See if it goes well. So see, it creates the lighter version of that, which is pretty cool. So really nice transparency. And then we you know, we can keep this here, or we can also do the same thing here. This black is usually very ambiguous anyway, so we're gonna see if that goes nice. So it's a little bit too bright. We're gonna just drop this down. It looks like that's a little bit highlighted. What? Come on, give it a little bit of. No, actually, yeah, we're gonna keep it there. We're gonna just, sometimes that negative will work in your favor. Okay, so now we're gonna see if we can change this up a little bit. So it's in a blue. I want to see if it. So this one goes really well. What about this one? So this would also go well because it's text and it's using a stroke of white to brighten up basically. So that means we're gonna have to put, instead of a blue, we can put a mix of gold in there. Okay, so this is on. Put this here. We're just gonna play around with the. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Where is the? This is exclusion, which means it's like it's using opposite color palette. Let me see. See what this thing does. Woo! Gives you all types of differences. Okay, so no. Okay, so we're gonna keep it there. We're going to, we can do this several ways. We can color this really bright, or I make a new layer and then mix it in there, which typically tends to be the approach I do anyways. We're gonna do this. Wait, let me see. No, that makes it look like bubblegum. That's not what I want. No, let's see something here. So we're gonna have to get a little bit creative when it comes to her. Let me see if this will work. I'm gonna make it that. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. No, that is way too bright. No. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna simmer it down a little bit. It's just that the brush size is not letting me. Just give me 1,000. My God. I don't want it that big. Okay, so that is way too bright. Okay, just simmer it down. Just let me have my way. Just slightly have my way, please. You know? It's because... Okay. I'm going back here. I was not expecting to go through this again. I crafted... Wait. Where's my folder in here? I crafted a label of these two. I did this with the... Because it shows her face in between. And it gives her room to see, and then you see the color. And then this one I still probably need to fix because I was trying to do this and it wasn't glitching in the way I wanted it to. I'll fix that later. Oops, that's not what I was looking at. Okay, where are the... Whoop! These are all of my stuff. Sorry, guys. Where are the other cover photos? See this one? I could have done better with this one. Why did I even... Oh, this is... I'm already critiquing myself at this point. But instead of that, we're gonna just go through the live stuff. Okay, so... Where's the stuff? Okay, so see this, he says... I feel kind of bad now because now they don't even look as spontaneous as these are. See, these are getting more views than the other ones. Or maybe because it's... See, she got more views because of the fucking video, like, cover photo. So then if I do it with Latia, it's gonna look even more badass, of course. But they're just making itself, I guess that's probably the point, is that they're making it because as soon as I do this, see, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give her a stroke. See, she's gonna start glowing. It's gonna glow. And then, let's see. Just start glowing. Just start glowing right there. See, she's gonna look a little bit different. So that would probably mean I should play around with this little thing right here. This is probably a layer and I'm just being lazy to use it. Okay, we're gonna see is this... Oh my god, no. Where is that little layer? Oh my god. What's wrong with me? I'm a terrible artist. Everybody hates me. Everybody doesn't like me. Everybody just thinks I should go jump off a cliff and never exist again. Forever dumb. Okay, so... Is this where it is? Oh. Well, you know what they say, make a new layer. So that will look actually not bad. What if I just slightly... No. Hell no. No. Just slightly... Only that. No, that looks too bright. You know, no. You know what? I'm going to... This is where it's coming from. I'm going to... You know what? Not even bother with it. I'm going to be wiser than the game is trying to be out me to be. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Sometimes what looks dirty actually works in favor. Let me see if this can work. No, that's too bright. Oh my god, I'm trying to find something with color. Okay, now she's looking like she's a radiant thing. Okay, so that's creating rainbow. No, I don't want rainbow. I just want it to be monochromatic. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm sorry guys, I'm terrible. Let me see. Let me see. No. I'm having a little bit of a breakdown. Okay. Let me see. Color dodge typically gives it like a brighter hue. But that's not what I'm looking for. Or maybe. This is fine. Right here is fine. It's perfect. It's this side that I'm now having a problem with. This is way too bright. This is too distracting. It's not setting the stone that I'm hoping for. I don't like it. It's too bright. Too bright. Either I make this full on purple or I make it somehow gold. Unless the purple is dark. Where is this? This is a little dark. This is... no. Too bright. This is way too bright. I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy now. Divide. See, that is way too bright. No. I'm so unhappy with this. Come on. Oh! Nighttime. So that the brighter colors can glow. Let's see. Let's see. Oh. Wait a minute. I think I got something. No. Because you see, whenever I do something like this, I don't stop. And when I don't stop, I need to stop eventually because I'm unhappy. I'm not happy. I just had it. Oh my god. I need to find the right color. Oh my god, I'm bullying myself. You know what? I'm going to... let me see this. Let me find my way. I will find my way, I swear. Maybe this is the problem. No, that's not the problem. Wait a minute. Oh, there's the line. No. I will find my way, guys. I will find it. I will find my way. No. That looks too much like the... let me see. Oh my god, no. Let me see. I'm definitely not putting that up there. Hell no. No, it's not there. On. Make me come. Oh no. This is so dark. Oh? No. Definitely not. My eyes. You guys are probably like, what are you doing? I'm trying to come up with a cover photo for Latia and it's failing miserably. Like, why are you not in game? Good question. I'm distracted with my own shenanigans. Actually, wait a minute. No. 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 Don't call me the Vibe Master for nothing if you're messing with colors. I like the night. I just don't like this thing in a way. Okay, so you know what? We're just gonna create a new thing right here. We're gonna do this for her. We're gonna do it for Latia because Latia deserves. She deserves to be half of her spotlight in power. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do some gold. Ooh! So dark. Maybe do a little bit of darkness right here. No, that's not what I meant. No, that cannot be. I need it to match what I have here. Do you not see the reason for that? what? I'm going to get rid of that little line that's bothering me. That little line right there. So that looks good. I just need to fix the line. Okay, so you're gonna do me the honors of going away. No. But let's get rid of you at this point. Okay, so that's gonna maybe metallic lighting better. I said I was gonna do 20 minutes. Instead, I'm doing almost like an hour. And then the first time my boss gonna walk in, he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I am in my zone, I guess." Let me see. No. I need her to be spontaneous. What's wrong with me? I am ranting about myself on a live stream. What's wrong? Ooh! You know what? Actually, I think I figured it out. Okay, that's not what I meant. Okay, like that. Right there. And where's the dark blue? The dark blue. Okay, so I don't want too bright. Oh my god. Don't make it that bright. I think it can go well. It matches the colors right here. But that little gradient right there bothers me, so we're gonna have to fix that. Okay, where is this? This is right here. Okay. So the good thing is that I can play around with the blend modes of here and see if I can find like something that appeals to her. I have to add a different color. So it's showing up what's happening here. Just fine. Not really, but but if I bring this up, no. Can just say we can do. I guess we're gonna get a little bit of lighting here. We need this thing behind. No. How about sometimes a little bit of light like this can go a long way, actually. And then, well, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I think it's enough. Then we're going to transparently her and then put her in the back. Oh, not too back, okay. In order to, oh my god, don't do that to me. We're going to put her in the back. Going to get rid of the stroke. Actually, leave the stroke. We're just gonna have to delete this part. Just so like he has that. And I'm gonna probably brighten that part up a little bit more so that that part of her face slightly bright. That's not working out, is it? Let me see if it can brighten that up a little bit. Okay, with not that color, but you know what? I know how to fix that. I would just do that. Okay. Actually, that's not as bad, but I just don't like that little part in the way. Too dark. Let's see something. Why are you being dark? I don't like that. Let me see. Let me see. I'm wasting more time than I should have. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Let me see if I can just copy and paste this. There we go. Let's see if I can do. No, oh my god. No, not that. I can't find the right layer for this. Oh my goodness, this. That's it. That's it. Let me see. Stop doing that. So we're gonna see if we can brighten this up a little bit. If we can just drop it all the way down. I see. Get rid of all the lines so it doesn't get in the way. I might end up spending too much time in here. Okay, so that's just part of the lighting here. This. Okay, never mind. Okay, there is always another way. If you get so confused with your layers and you're too lazy to fix them like me, just save the photo and try again and do like a little lighting. So you know what, I'm gonna do just that. I'm gonna save this. I'm not gonna publish it yet on the video. We'll fix it later, and then we're gonna put it here. I'm gonna mark it Latia cover live stream photo. And then we're gonna bring it here. We're gonna fix this. We're gonna do called a little overlay. No, hell no. Okay, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna do this. Okay, we're gonna brighten it up. Let me see. Color it. Do it really low. Really low. I bet you like 1000% I'm going to come back to this. I'm gonna come back to it because I'm not happy with it. Or maybe. No, that is way too bright. Way too bright. But I do like the gold. I'm starting to like the gold. The gold is actually quite fitting. Maybe we can just brighten it up. Just a tiny smidge. Just slightly do that. Instead of light, we can just. That's usually what I would do as last touches at least, and then do the same thing, just a little bit. Just give it like a little bit funness. But that's right, this thing is in the way. Oh my god. I think it's good. If I'm not happy, I will change it later on anyways. So we're gonna just this, save it. We're gonna go back here. We're gonna go manage videos. We're gonna go live. And then where should go? Right here. Okay, and then of course that's when I start writing my stuff. And then yeah, I'm gonna end this live session now. The guild is probably waiting for me, and yeah, I'll do another live session with editing if you guys want later on, and this will be probably uploaded with a different cover photo. So yeah, yeah, thank you for watching, and yeah, I'm gonna start working on the rest later. I'll work on this. So yeah, see you guys next time.